Welcome, I'm Rabbi Phil Bressler of Beit Am in Corvallis, Oregon, and this is the daily summary video for the Kitzur Shulchan Aruch Yomi Daily Halakha Learning Project, covering the passage from Siman 161 Seif 1 to Siman 161 Seif 8. You can find links to the Hebrew and English text of this passage and to the calendar of upcoming passages in this video's description. So this Siman covers rules regarding ritual immersion in the mikveh, and the specific context is a woman's immersion following menstruation. But the principles, I can tell you, apply to other immersions as well, such as for conversion to Judaism. I expect that the Kitzur doesn't cover that so much because that didn't really happen that much in that era. And most of this halakha developed around the women and their monthly immersions. So that's the context here. And the key word to know is chatzitza. So chatzitza is a barrier or interposition. It's something intervening between the waters of the mikveh and the person immersing. So there can't be any chatzitza, or else the immersion is considered invalid. As I tell folks who I take to the mikveh, usually for conversion, the idea is to be naked as the day you were born. Now, water has to touch every external part of the body. I coach people to kind of go under and then either ball up a little bit so their feet come up off the floor, or go a little horizontal if they need to, if they're taller. You got to be completely surrounded by the water for at least a moment. It's actually a really cool feeling to be, kind of just temporarily weightless in the water. Your internal parts, like the inside of your mouth, for example, don't have to touch the water. You don't have to swallow water into your mouth, but it does have to be clean enough in there that there would be no chatzitza if you did. So some things that are considered chatzitza, eye boogers, as I call them, the mucus that collects by your eyes, dried blood, so like scabs and things, you got to soften up scabs with water before they are considered not chatzitza. Plaster covering a wound, I guess that's a way they used to cover wounds. These days would be something like a Band-Aid. You got to remove Band-Aids. Dried sweat, dirt and other gunk, of course, obviously is chatzitza. Ink, milk, honey, fig juice, berry juice, carob resin, and juice of the fruit of the sycamore. These are all chatzitza if dry, but they're okay if wet. There you go. This line, coloring used by women to color their faces, hands, and hair on their heads, not considered chatzitza. I don't think we're talking about makeup here that could potentially run or wash off. We're talking more like permanent or semi-permanent dyes. And dirt under the fingernails. So the custom is to trim nails before immersing, and that's actually part of the mikveh guidance that I give folks, which makes it easy to clean and remove dirt under there. But do note there's a superstition here. Stepping on fingernail trimmings. I think specifically for men to step on women's fingernail trimmings, but I can't remember. I think just generally fingernail trimmings considered bad luck. That's all for today. As always, our learning is dedicated to Rabbi Shlomo Gansfried, the author of the Kitzur, and the historic Jewish community of Uzhhorod, Ukraine. See you tomorrow.